Hello and welcome to Rathods IAS Academy. Today in this session, we are going to see very important articles that appear in our today's and as well as studies in the newspaper. So let's get started with our discussion. First of all, I'll let you know important topics of the day. And later on, we are going to see each and every topic from both prelims and as well as mains point of view. And at last, I'll be giving you prelims practice questions today so that you can understand how questions can be asked from that topic. Okay, let us see the topics of the day. First topic is Indian Ocean, a shared responsibility. Okay, so first topic it is about Indian Ocean. It's a shared responsibility. So actually this article is talking about Indian Ocean importance, and recently our Prime Minister met Seychelles, and in that context you have to know about importance of Seychelles to India, and you have to see about importance of Indian Ocean and what exactly the challenges we are faced in this Indian Ocean region. So all this will become very important, and you may get mains based question from international relations point of view related to this topic. And many a times UPSC asked question related to Indian Ocean and its significance, etc. And next article is Kerala killing zone back in focus as elephant dies from suspected explosives. So actually this article is talking about human-animal conflict. So whenever animals and humans are coming in contact, obviously what happened? So human, they will try to kill these animals. Because of this, what happened? It will be a threat to these animals which are entering into this human habitats. And especially in Kerala, they are using explosive and they are trying to kill these elephants. Okay, so here you have to see this topic from human-animal conflict point of view, and what are the causes, what can be done, what are the measures, what exactly government is doing right now. So all those things that are very important from environment and ecology. And next topic is Indian Army contingent to participate in Seychelles 50th National Day event. So first article and third article are interrelated. So here we are going to see about Seychelles, importance of Seychelles, what are the challenges between India and Seychelles, and what exactly the initiatives are taken by government to improve bilateral relations between India and Seychelles. But here you have to say about mainly Indian Ocean region. And both these topics are important from mains only, not from prelims. And next topic is government launches portal for auditing of rural schemes. Not only Hindu paper, even in PIB also this article is reflected. And mostly if government is taking any such kind of initiatives like websites or portals or any apps, that will become very important from your prelims point of view. So you have to see that topic, what is that portal is about, what are the main features and what are the advantages of that portal. You'll get directly a prelims question, and whenever you're writing your mains answer, you can add this as one example or a case study in your mains answer related to governance. From that point of view, this article is important. And next topic is smart AI catching can keep the data flowing when disaster strikes. This article is talking about smart AI catching. You have to know about it. Why? Because this is one technology that we can use to share information even during disaster time. Normally, whenever the disaster happens, almost all communication lines will be cut down. So because of this, people will not get proper information at that time. So in that critical situation also, if you are using this kind of AI, we can share information to people who are succumbed in this disaster. So this is very important. From this, you may get a prelims based question, and you can use this example while you are writing any answer related to disaster management from GS paper 3. And next topic is how schools can tackle adolescent malnutrition. Recently, National Family Health Survey 6 data had been released, and this data highlighted lots of loopholes in our healthcare system. So there is increased wasting, increased stunting, everything. So here this article is saying that we can use schools to improve nutrition in school, in this adolescent means that is nothing but like teenage students. So here you have to see what are the suggestions given by this article to improve nutrition levels in adolescents. You can add those points when you are writing about measures related to improving of health in children. Are you understanding? So these are the areas that we are going to discuss now in this class. Read this title, guys. Indian Ocean is shared responsibility, says Modi. Okay, how you can get a question? As I said, whenever our important delegates, whenever they give statements, directly they will take that sentence and at last they will add discuss, comment, examine, critically analyze. They will use some words. Okay. So here how UPSC can ask a question apart from that format. The second type of question you may get in mains is recently India participated in Seychelles. So recently our Prime Minister met Seychelles. In that context, discuss what are the challenges faced by India in Indian Ocean region, how Seychelles can help India to overcome that challenge. In that way, UPSC can ask you a mains-based question. And there is no chance of getting any question related to Indian Ocean related to prelims. Okay, prelims you may not get. But in mains, directly you can get question interlinking Indian Ocean and Seychelles. And this year marks 50th anniversary of freedom of Seychelles. So because of this, from mains point of view, Seychelles is very important this year. Okay, now let us see the context. Context says that our Prime Minister met Seychelles and in that meeting, our Prime Minister gave a statement that Seychelles plays a very important role to ensure security in this Indian Ocean region. So that is the meaning. Indian Ocean is a shared responsibility. And if you see under that main title, what are subtitles they gave here is Prime Minister meets Seychelles President and stresses security, sustainability and prosperity of the region. So he said about security, prosperity and sustainability. What is the security? Why we need security in this Indian Ocean region? Yes, it is talking about maritime security. So here, why this statement gave by Prime Minister? Because in our Indian Ocean region, we are facing some security challenges. Yes, because of this only he made this statement, right? So here in this meet between Prime Minister of India and Seychelles President, Prime Minister said that yes, we need security, we need sustainability and we need prosperity in this region. So why we need security? Because we are having some challenges. What problems we are facing in this Indian Ocean region? Terrorism, piracy is happening, illegal movement of humans, that is nothing but human trafficking, drug trafficking, next arms trafficking, next there is increased presence of China in this Indian Ocean region. And recently what happened? US attacked Iran ship near India and Sri Lanka coast. Yes, India helped one ship. Yes, attacks are increasing especially because of this West Asian crisis. Can we ensure safety in the Strait of Hormuz, Persian Gulf region? Recently, India launched one operation to save some Indian sailors who had been stranded in this Persian Gulf. We discussed that article or not? So all these are the problems we are having in this Indian Ocean region. So because of this, we need to take help of small islands which are present in this Indian Ocean region. Do you know the Seychelles? It is one important island in Indian Ocean region. Okay. So that is related to security. And what about sustainability? Why we have to focus on sustainability in this Indian Ocean region? Why do we need to talk about the sustainability? What do you think? What we do in these waters? We'll go for fishing. So if you're going for fishing, are we going for sustainable fishing? We are exploiting this fishes or aquatic resources, right? So we are using mechanized trawling boats. What is the problem of this mechanized trawling boats? They will use heavy nets so that they will reach the floor, the bottom of the ocean, and from that it will take out the small seedlings also, very small fishes. So because of this, what happened? After once fisherman brings this net to the coast, he will take only big fishes. Will he sell the small fishes? No, what he'll do? He'll throw there only on the coast. Because of this, what happened? the death of small seedlings will happen. So in future, can we see enough fishes in this water? No. So because of this, we need to focus on sustainability. Okay. And next one here is on two sites unveiled 19 outcomes in areas including defense, maritime space and digital payments. Again, whenever our Prime Minister will be on meet, we will be making some agreements. So now we are having 19 outcomes in this meet, and especially we are focusing on defense, maritime space and digital payments. And next one is Modi attends Golden Jubilee celebrations of National Day of Seychelles as a guest of honor. So these are the three important points that you have to remember. Now let us see about Indian Ocean. What is the importance of Indian Ocean? Very important, and on this already UPSC asked a means based question. So you have to know about it. If you see about Indian Ocean region, it is where it is located. First of all, you know about Indian Ocean region, right? So how many oceans do we have? How many oceans do we have on planet Earth? 5 oceans. What are they? Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Arctic and Southern or Antarctic Ocean. So here we have Indian Ocean to the south of India. If you see about this Indian Ocean region, it is very important for global trade. And you know, from this West Asia, Strait of Hormuz, Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean, it is moving to Southeast and South Asian countries. So it is important for energy security. And even oceans plays a very important role in climate regulation. Do you know this? Climate regulations, what is the role of oceans? Temperature. Next. Which region will receive more amount of heat? Tropical region. Between Tropic of Cancer to Tropic of Capricorn, that region will receive more amount of heat. Okay, so here do we have any water? Here we have Indian Ocean region, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean we have here. That means the water in this area will be getting more heat. Okay, we have more warm water here. So here we have North Pole, here we have South Pole, here we have Arctic Ocean, here we have Atlantic Ocean. So the water in this area will be normally cool or warm water. Here at the poles we have cool water, at this tropical region we have warm water. So will this warm water present only in this region? Will this cold water present only in this polar region? No. So here there will be the movement of water. So how air will be moving in the atmosphere, in the same way water will be moving in a certain direction. Those are called as currents. Ocean currents. And in this ocean currents, we have two types. Warm ocean currents. Next one is cold ocean currents. Where this warm ocean currents will be there? In this tropical region, we have warm ocean currents. And in the polar region, we have cold ocean currents. So what happens? The water will move from warm to cold, cold to warm regions. So because of this, we can maintain temperature. Why? How this warm ocean currents and cold ocean currents maintain climate? So whenever this water get heated, water will convert into water vapor. Water vapor will rise up. It will form what? Clouds. Clouds causes rainfall. Right. That means in which area there should be rainfall? Tropical region only. Right. So here what happens? Warm water will be moving towards polar region, and polar regions, cold water will be moving towards warm region. So that overall we are maintaining the climate. Okay, so that there will be equal distribution of rainfall. So rainfall will not only happen in this tropical region, but even in other regions also rainfall can happen because of this climatic regulation phenomena by this ocean currents. Okay. So it will be also playing a very important role in climatic regulation. Okay, and next one here is, especially in this 21st century, there is increased importance of Indian Ocean region. The reason here is, We have important sea lanes. We have strategic locations. They are called as choke points. We have Strait of Hormuz. Beside that, we have Bab-el Mandab. And if you come to this Southeast Asia part, we have Strait of Hormuz. So like that, we have important sea lanes in this Indian Ocean region. Apart from that, we have lots of resources in this ocean. Have you ever heard about this polymetallic nodules? Manganese and iron related, same like potato, they will be like potato sized ball like things that they will be present at the sea floor. So those are called as polymetallic nodules. So we are having very rich resource of this polymetallic nodules, and even we have this oil reserves and as well as gas reserves under this water. Okay, so it is also having lots of resources. So all this will shape economy and as well as security of the country. So because of this, Indian Ocean is very important. Okay, if you see some important details, around 80% of global maritime oil trade, which is connecting Asia, Europe and Africa, will be moving towards in this Indian Ocean region. And next one is we have critical sea lanes of communications like Strait of Hormuz, Bab-el Mandab and Strait of Malacca. And next one is we have rich hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbon is nothing but oil reserves and as well as gas reserves under this water. And next one is it will be supporting blue economy. What is the meaning of blue economy? So the money we can generate by using this maritime resources is called as blue economy. Blue signifies water. Green signifies plants. Okay, like that we have different colors of economy. Recently, orange economy is in use. Have you heard this? What is orange economy? Yes. So we have certain creativity, right? By using our creativity, we can make small videos or any posters or any images through which if you are generating income or economy, that is called as orange economy. Okay, like that every word will have significance. So in the same way, if you study about revolutions, you will have this kind of same words: green revolution, white revolution, red revolution, gold revolution. So every color has some significance in economy. So you have to see that. Earlier in 1980s or 1990s, UPSC asked question on this: white revolution, blue revolution, orange revolution. Match the following based question. Again, it may repeat. Who knows? Yes. So you have to know about that in your economy point of view. Whenever your economic classes will going on, sir will be giving you the notes on that different colors and economy also. Okay. So as of now, remember, blue economy is related to oceans. And this is the question asked in 2018 or 2017, I guess. In 2017, UPSC asked the same thing. Blue economy refers to, not 2018, after 2020 only. In my PYQ class, I said about this. I gave this question. Blue economy refers to what? Like that A, B, C, D they gave after 2020 only. So you can see that kind of simple questions can be asked in UPSC, so that UPSC wants to know whether you have clarity on what is that or not. Okay, next one here is what all comes under this blue economy. We have fisheries, we have tourism, mineral resources, we have maritime industries. Industries depend on this maritime resources. So in that way, we are going to achieve blue economy. And this one is, it is also it plays a very important role in monsoon formation. You know about monsoon formation. We have Arabian Sea branch, we have Bay of Bengal branch. IT is moving towards northwards. Yes, you know all those things. Again, Indian Ocean plays a very important role in monsoon formation. And next one here is, it enhances strategic importance because we have Andaman and Nicobar Islands. You know about Great Nicobar Development Projects. Why we are developing that? What is controversy regarding that? Despite of controversy, our government of India wants to complete that project because of its strategic location. Okay, and even this Indian Ocean serves as a hub for disaster response. If we want to reach small islands like Mauritius, Seychelles, Madagascar, so we can reach those islands through this Indian Ocean region only, and through which we can provide some disaster response or humanitarian assistance. Okay, so this is the importance of Indian Ocean region. You may get directly question on discuss importance of Indian Ocean region. where you have to write all these points with necessary examples. Okay. So recently, if you talk about disaster response, can you give me some example where India gave disaster response? Operation Sagar Bandhu in the context of Sri Lanka. Okay, what happened in Sri Lanka? Floods because of cyclone Ditwa. So you have to give that example. Are you understanding? So in that way, you have to write your answer. So what are the challenges we are facing in this Indian Ocean region? First and the foremost reason here is, challenge here is China's presence. China is increasing its expansionist policy. It is one cause of concern for our country. That is the one thing. And next one is piracy. Piracy is nothing but hijacking of ships. Hijacking is a word used for aeroplanes. The same way in ships, if the hijack happened means it is called as piracy. It is called as maritime piracy. And you know about armored robbery incidents. Robbery incidents, if ship is going on, some things will come and enter and they'll take control of that ship and they will try to rob the products. And mostly we'll use waterways for cargo movement of goods, right? So they can rob this cargo. And if you see the data here, there are increased cases of piracy and armed robbery to 227 incidents in 2024. And from 2023 onwards, if you compare with 2024, there is increased cases of around 17%. And next one is, we have even other hybrid maritime threats, missile attacks, drone strikes, waterborne improvised explosive devices. So even they are using water and they are trying to attack other countries. That is also one important problem. And you know, ongoing Red Sea and as well as West Asian crisis, the issue which is going on, there is a threat for the movement of ships, no proper movement of crude oil. So all this comes under this. And next one here is, we know drug trafficking, narcotics trafficking is happening through Arabian Sea. Okay, recently our Indian naval forces in late 2024, they seized around 5,000 kgs of heroin. You can understand how the big rackets are going on related to drug trafficking. And next one is illegal, unreported, unregulated fishing. Because of this over exploitation of fisheries. And climate change events can happen. Normally every year in Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal, at least 5 to 6 cyclones will be formed. And this one is, it will be affecting the coast, either east coast or west coast of our country. Okay, so that is also one important problem. And this one here is, because of climate change, melting of glaciers is happening at a very fast rate. So because of this, there is increased water level in rivers. Okay, so sea level rising, warming of ocean, it is also having impact on entire coastal region. That may also leads to coastal erosion, everything. So these are the challenges we are facing in this Indian Ocean region. Is that clear? Okay, see this article guys. Kerala killing zone back in focus as elephants dies from suspected explosives. What is the article talking about? Deaths of elephants. If you see data from 2019 till 2025, around 77 wild elephants died in Kerala. In one state, around 77 elephants. That is in the span of 6 years, 2019 to 2025. That means on average, in 6 years, 77 means on average every year how many deaths are happening? 77 by 6? Around 12 to 13 elephants. Around 12 to 13 elephants. That means if you take monthly one elephant. Yes. So from 2019 onwards, on average monthly one elephant is killed. So if you are going on killing these elephants, is that good? In your environment and ecology, you will study about different types of species like umbrella species, flagship species, keystone species, pioneer species. Okay, like that. So elephant plays a very important role in ecosystem. So now you guys tell me, what is the role played by an elephant? Okay, it consumes it. Is it a carnivore or herbivore? Pure herbivore only, right? Okay, herbivore means it will feed on grass, plant based things. Okay, the important role played by elephant is a very big animal. While it moves, it will not move as a single animal. It will move in herds. And do you know this? The herds of elephants will be led by a senior woman, senior female actually. Senior female elephant will be leading that herd. And this one is whenever they will move, they will try to make a route. Yes or no? Normally, if you see whenever ants in a line, if they are moving, will they create any route? No. But whenever these elephants move, like 5 to 7 elephants, let us take an example in a herd. If they are moving, they will create a road. So because of this, it can make a way so that other animals can easily pass. They are like natural roads in forest areas. And next important thing is this elephant will feeds on like plant products. Okay, so whenever it is doing shit, if rainfall happens, what happens? It will generate new plants. That will lead to spread of plants in that area. Okay, so in that way, it will be helpful for maintaining of plant biodiversity in that forest region. And next, any other? It is also called as ecology injury because of that region, because of that reason only. Next. Okay, now let us see here why these animals are killed, why these elephants are killed by villagers. Hmm? Only for tusk? Only for tusk. Which animal will have tusk? Males or females? Males will be having tusk. Then why females will be killed? Yes. So actually here the major reason why there is human animal conflict is, let us take this is an area. In this area we have entirely forest. But what is happening now? There is increasing of population. Because of increased population, we need more and more food production. Then what happened? Earlier the villages used to be on this sides of forest. But slowly this village is increasing in its size. They are expanding. So if they are expanding, what they'll do? They'll go for deforestation and they are converting this forest area into agriculture land. Slowly what happened? Whatever the habitat earlier used by these animals increased or decreased? Decreased. And will this elephant will be there only will be staying only in one place? No, it will move from one place to another place. Right. So what happened? Obviously, because of this reduced habitat, that animals will not get proper food availability and even proper water they cannot get in that limited space. Because of that, obviously, they will try to come into this human habitats. And in this area, what they are growing? They are growing majorly crops on which elephant can feed, right? So they are coming and especially they are destroying this crops of the people, of these villagers. Then what happened? Normally, if you are from village background, if you are from agriculture background, to protect our crops, what we'll do? Electric fences. You know this, right? Electric fences. And next, and they will create some instruments which will create sound. Distibomma. You know that, right? These are the traditional. Now they are using directly electric fences only. We don't know where is that line is. Even many a times humans are also died. There are some incidents that humans died. If they don't know that they are using electric fences, if they come and they touch, obviously they'll get electric shock and they will be dying. Right? So here they are using electric fences. And not only that, especially to make this elephants to afraid, they use this kind of bombs. You will be firing the bombs, cracking the crackers during this festival time. So they will be using that. And if the worst cases, they will be using very high explosives. If they use high explosives, obviously, these animals can be killed. So that is happening in this Kerala to save their crops and as well as their living habitats. So this is one example of human-animal conflict. So how can you get a question in your mains? There is increased cases of human-animal conflict. There is increased number of elephants deaths in Kerala. In the light of this statement, analyze the reasons and suggest some measures. So like that, you may get a question related to this topic. So how you have to make your notes is, collect some data related to human-animal conflict. Here they said about only elephants. They gave the data of elephants. Apart from this, there are other animals which we are having conflict. You have to collect the data. And next you have to see or think about what are the reasons. And next, what are the measures can be taken to address this problem of human-animal conflict. So in this way, you have to prepare for your mains. Okay, see this article, guys. Indian Army contingent to participate in Seychelles 50th National Day event. Seychelles is celebrating 50th National Day celebrations. On this event, India is participating. Because of this, it is in news. So first of all, you have to see where is Seychelles located. Do you know where is Seychelles located? Indian Ocean only, in that Indian Ocean. Here we have which island? Andaman and Nicobar here. Lakshadweep, you know. Okay. Here we have which island? Madagascar. Below this, here we have Mauritius. And here we have Seychelles, near to Madagascar. Okay, see map and locate the locations. And especially in this Indian Ocean region, whatever the islands located, you have to know about that clearly. Okay, here we have Seychelles, here we have Mauritius, Lakshadweep, Andaman Nicobar Islands. Okay, here Madagascar. Whenever you read about your Indian geography, especially related to Indian monsoon, you have to know about this Madagascar. Madagascar plays an important role in monsoon winds. Okay, so you have to see map in this one. Try to remember important islands of Indian Ocean. There is no choice at all. Okay, I'll be giving you the list. Please make a note. So you have to see islands of Indian Ocean region, South China Sea, East China Sea. At least these three areas. UPSC asked question on islands of South China Sea. It asked question on Indian Ocean islands. And even this East China Sea also, we are having disputed islands between China and Japan. You have to know about this. Three areas islands will be very important. Okay, open your atlas and see those. And try to remember from north to south, east to west. How UPSC can give a question is, consider the following. They'll give you 3 to 4 islands. And they may ask you to arrange from east to west. You know directions, right? East, west, north, south. So they may ask you to arrange from east to west or west to east, north to south or south to north. So like that they will ask you. For your surprise, I'll tell you one question. Don't get afraid. In 2022, I guess, 2021 or 22, the question was in this way. Consider the following. And they gave capital cities of Southeast Asian countries like Vietnam, Laos. We don't know, first of all, capital cities only of that countries. And they asked to arrange them from north to south. This was question 2021 or 2022. You can check it. So like that, UPSC can ask you a question related to world geography of map. It may ask anything. I am not asking you to remember each and every country's capital or location. But if it is in news, at least you have to know about it. Okay, that is the point that I want to be clear. Okay. See this. Now let us see about this Seychelles. You know now exactly where the Seychelles is located. And now we have to understand Seychelles is a very small island located in the ocean region. India is the 7th largest country in the world. So why we have to make friendship with this small island? Is that necessary? Huh? So here you have to know about importance. What is the importance of Seychelles to India? Why we are making friendship? Yes. In the real life also, who is your best friend? Think in your mind. and get one image of your best friend. Why you are making her or he as your best friend? For what? You'll think about some benefit, no? Yes? She's very good. She will help me. She will help me in my studies, or she will help financially. If I go with her, my image will be increased. Yes, like that we will be having some idea like why we are making a friend with that so and so guy. In the same way, everything is not free in this in this 21st century. Everything will be like give and take relationship only. Everything. In the same way, you have to understand international relations also. If you are meeting one country and if you are giving some loans, if you are helping some country, it is not a free of cost. In return, we want something. Either it may be soft power, either it may be we will think like that country will be helping India in international organizations. It will support in crisis to fight against Pakistan. Yes. So here we have to see why the Seychelles is important from India point of view. Why India is making relations. Why India wants to become relation good between India and Seychelles. You have to think from that point of view. If you see about significance, the first one is geopolitical importance. So here Seychelles is located in Indian Ocean region, and it is one of the key maritime neighbor to our country. And here, if we are improving relations with Seychelles, obviously Seychelles can help India to counter China. That is a one important thing. And next one here is for security cooperation. Especially if Indian ships are moving in this Indian Ocean region. If anyone attacked our ship, obviously we will be getting information from this Seychelles for information sharing so that we can enhance our security cooperation. And next one is economic partnership. If you see, India is doing trade. Obviously, we need markets to sell our goods. Then only we can produce more, we can improve our economy, we can give employment to our people, we can fight against poverty, hunger, etc. So India is doing trade with Seychelles related to pharmaceuticals, related to food products, construction materials, whatever it may be. And this one is obviously Indian companies are investing in Seychelles, and from there also we are getting some profits, and even we can attract investments to India from Seychelles as well. So from investment point of view, it is important. And next one is environmental cooperation. Seychelles is known for biodiversity conservation, and it is having unique ecosystem. So if you are collaborating with the Seychelles, we can learn lessons like how they are focusing on marine ecosystem and how we can implement that best practices in our country. And next one here is related to climate change. Also, we can work together so that we can enhance sustainability. Next one is culture diaspora. So if you see about the Seychelles population, 5% of Seychelles population, they are of Indian origin. That means we are sharing common culture. Okay, and we can enhance our soft power. And next one here is we can also sell our culture related products. We can conduct some culture related exhibitions. We can promote cultural tourism with this Seychelles. So these are the importance of Seychelles to India. Okay, what are the initiatives government is taking to improve bilateral relations? First one is government came up with special economic package. What is special economic package? Government will be giving some funds for development in Seychelles. That is related to increasing of housing, increasing of social infrastructure, e-mobility, providing of healthcare services and capacity building. For that, our government of India will be giving funds. That is called as special economic package. And next one is we are also increasing investment in infrastructure. We are helping Seychelles to lay roads, hospitals, housing, forecasting development, and in this way we are trying to improve the ties. And this one is government came up with Assumption Island project. Okay, so where we are also going to install our naval facility or naval base, so that we can increase our security in this Indian Ocean region. And next one is we are also conducting joint military exercises between India and Seychelles. In that joint military exercises, we are focusing on how to enhance maritime security, anti-piracy operations, and as well as military collaboration. And even we are training their coast guards also. Okay, and next one is we are improving our Digital India initiative. Like India is actively exporting digital public infrastructure like UPI to Seychelles. And we are also including like lots of training programs related to healthcare, related to education, etc. And next one is we are also participating in multilateral forums like IORA, Colombo Security Conclave. So on this Colombo Security Conclave in 2026, there is a participation. Okay, so in that all international forums also, India and Seychelles, they are working together. So in all these ways, India is trying to boost bilateral relations between India and Seychelles. Okay, see this next article, guys. Government launches portal for auditing of rural schemes, and keep star mark for this. In 2027, for sure, you'll get a question in prelims related to this, guys. Okay, so the name of this portal is Rural Internal Audit Portal. Rural Internal Audit Portal by Ministry of Rural Development. By Ministry of Rural Development. To understand this article, you need to know some basics. So we have different rural related schemes. We have rural areas, we have urban areas, you know. Urban areas are nothing but cities. Rural areas are nothing but villages. In urban areas, we have municipalities. I think in your polity, municipalities had been started. And in rural areas, we have panchayats. Which amendment act talks about it? 73rd, 74th. 73rd talks about panchayat, 74th talks about municipalities. And if you're talking about schemes, we have schemes which are specially designed for rural areas. Why? Because rural areas are backward, literacy is low, mostly the activity is agriculture. Okay, and even there will be no proper availability of jobs throughout the year in rural areas. So government will be designing separately some schemes for rural areas. Any examples of such kind of scheme? MG Narega recently changed it to VBG Ramji, which is providing 125 days of guaranteed employment in rural areas now. You know this. Apart from that, any schemes in rural areas? Yes, PM Awas Yojana. Awas means houses. Government is providing some funds to build houses in rural areas. And it's Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, you know this, right? Under this, what government did? Provided funds for building of toilets in village areas. How much amount they gave for a toilet? 7 to 8,000 rupees. Yes. Next, any other schemes in rural areas? Yes. PM Suryaghar Muft Bijli Yojana. Okay, next. Government is providing Ujjwala, that is LPG cylinders for rural households. We discussed that. Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. In the same way, we have Ujala scheme. Government is providing LED lights in rural areas. You have to bring that all wherever you study. You have to get them. So here, what is the problem here is if government is coming up with any rural schemes, we have again two types of schemes: central sector schemes and centrally sponsored schemes. Central sector scheme means 100% funds will be given by central government. Centrally sponsored scheme means both central government and state government will be sharing the funds. Okay, so whatever the scheme government is running, so it will be getting funds. It may be from state or it may be from center, right? So after getting funds, how much amount of funds they got, how much they spent, in which area they spent, do we need to have in detail writings or data? Yes or no? Even in our family also, I used to do this, but I don't know whether you did it or not. Whenever I came to Hyderabad for the first time, my hostel fees is just 2,500 rupees at that time. Now your hostel fees is 8,000, 9,000, 12,000, 13,000, but at that time 2,500. My mother used to send only 3,000 rupees per month. I have to pay 2,500 for hostel for sure. And whatever the monthly expenses are there, I have to use it from only that. And I'm like, I have homesick. Every Saturday I used to go. Saturday I used to bunk my college. Saturday, Sunday, 2 days I used to go to my home, and Monday morning at 5 o'clock I used to come to Hyderabad. So I used to have an audit of how even if I purchase like 5 rupees pen, I used to note in a diary. Till my marriage, I used to have that diary, and everyone after saw that, they shocked. What did you do? What is this like that? So in the same way, what are the money we are getting for this kind of schemes? We need to have a proper audit, like how much amount we got, how much amount they spent, on which areas they spent, is there any misutilization of funds, or if there is any corruption. So we need to know all those things, right? So for that, we need to have an audit. So which organization talks about audit in the constitution? CAG. Can you recall that? What is the full form of CAG? Controller Audit General. Okay, it will be doing audits of central government. But then what about state government? Of centrally sponsored schemes, it will do. But what is the problem with these rural schemes here is there is no proper auditing which happens at this rural levels. Because of this, most of the times, even after getting the funds also, there will be no proper development at the practical level. Okay, so because of this, now our government launched AI based audit system. The name of this AI based audit system is Rural Internal Audit Portal. And from now onwards, we can ensure there is a proper utilization of funds at the rural levels, and we can bring change in the villages. Okay, so that is about this. So how you can get a question here? Consider the following statements regarding Rural Internal Audit Portal. And under that, they may give you 2 or 3 statements, and they'll ask you which of the above are correct or incorrect. Okay, so what they'll give in that? If there is any portal or any scheme or any technology, for sure one statement will be what is the aim and objective. And always this aim and objective will be given correctly, and they won't change anything in this aim and objective. And second statement will be based on which ministry. For sure they will interchange this. And next, what they can ask? Whether it is any collaboration with any organization or not, or it is indigenously developed by our country. So like that, they will give you 2 to 3 statements. Okay, now let us see those important key facts. AI-enabled Rural Internal Audit Portal was launched at Rashtriya Gramin Vikas Sammelan in New Delhi. So here, write down, this portal provides end-to-end digital management. Please make a note. This portal provides end-to-end digital management. This portal provides end-to-end digital management of internal audits of Ministry of Rural Development. On this, they can give you 2 statements. First one is aim, second one is which ministry. Okay, so what are the features? It will integrate planning, execution, reporting, compliance, monitoring. Everything will be done in a single platform. Like about planning of a scheme, in which areas they have to spend money, in which areas they are doing good. Everything will be done in one area, one platform. And it is having AI capabilities. Okay, so that it can predict analysis, and it can take references of earlier things. It will give the clear-cut details, and it will only monitor, and it will only provide proper things. Okay, so those are things, guys, nothing more than that. And see this next article. Smart AI catching can keep the data flowing when disaster strikes. On this also you can expect a prelims based question, guys. It is a new technology. You know, India is vulnerable to different disasters. We can get floods, right? If there is any cyclone originated in Bay of Bengal or Arabian Sea, India is vulnerable to cyclones, and that will lead to floods. And recently we discussed about landslides in Arunachal Pradesh region, and even glacial lakes are increasing their size. We have threat of glacial lake outburst flood. You know about earthquakes. Recently in Venezuela, earthquake happened. It may happen in Himalayas. It may happen in Gujarat. Tremors can happen. You know about droughts, right? So if you are from AP, many of you might know about what happens in this disaster time, especially floods, heavy rainfall. Recently, last year I think, last year before last year, Vijayawada floods. At that time, there was no food, no gas, no telephone lines, entirely no power, entire communication had been cut. For how many days? 4 days or 5 days? 5 days. At that time, if you want to share any information, is that possible to share information with the people? No. So now we can use AI and we can share data with people. That technology is called as smart AI catching. Please make a note. Smart AI catching. Smart AI catching. How can you get a question is, recently smart AI catching is in use. What exactly it refers to? A, B, C, D kind of question is possible. Or else consider the following statements regarding smart AI catching. Under that it may give 2 to 3 statements and may ask to identify correct or incorrect. Understood? So in that way you will be getting questions. Okay, now let us see here. So in the smart AI catching, what happens is, different parts of disaster network they will take into consideration, like they'll take satellite images or satellite related data. They will collect drones related data, base stations and emergency vehicles, and all they will work together and they will store and they will share useful data, and they will store the data only for temporary purpose, only till that disaster is addressed, and they will try to share the information with the people related to satellite images or any videos or any do's and don'ts. Okay, they can share this data. So here, if you see about the gist, what they gave here is, it is common for communication to get disrupted when a disaster occurs. When a disaster occurs, if there is a wind which blows around 120 km per hour or 140 like that, what happens? This telephonic lines will be falling down, trees will be falling down, and what happens? Electricity cut, right? So whenever disaster happens, we have a problem of disruption of communication lines. If there is disruption of communication lines, there is no real-time information given to this people related to rescue operations. Like army is coming, they are using small boats, they are evacuating people. Can we get information? Come to this area, come to your states. No, right? So here, researchers from Ireland. Now researchers from Ireland found a way to transmit important real-time monitoring, real-time information using technology called as collaborative catching. Okay, so even if the local network is disrupted, they can use AI and they can give information. And now in this catching, they are using network, space, air, ground, everything. And it is called as space, air, ground integrated network also. So through this, they are trying to share information to the people. Okay. See this next article, guys. How schools can tackle adolescent malnutrition. Recently, National Family Health Survey 6 report released. What are the negative points highlighted? Stunting, wasting, anemia problem is there. Yes? Huh? Obesity. So here, this article is highlighting the same point. See here, nationally released National Health Family Survey 6 reports, report findings or stark means like they have lot of negative points. What is the first one? Obesity among women between 15 to 49 years increased. They gave that number, note of remembering that number as of now. Just remember, obesity in girls from 15 to 49 years had been increased. And there is high blood sugar among men who are from 15 to above. And next one here is, they said that lifestyle changes once associated with the cities and affluent communication such as sedentary behavior, processed diet, stress, rising obesity are now even affecting rural areas. Earlier, this kind of problem of obesity, blood sugar levels, hypertension, NCDs are there in urban areas. What are the reasons? Reasons here is sedentary behavior, no physical exercise, only eating and sitting. Even though don't keep whatever the plate they ate in the sink also. I don't know how many of you comes to that category. Earlier, before marriage, I am also that category only. But now everything had been changed. Okay, now I'll try to scold my children, my 3-year children, to keep that in the sink. But they will always resist. No, mama, no, I won't do that. Okay, let it be. The next one here is processed diet. You know, everything is like packaged food now. Even frozen chicken, frozen fish. Yes. And next one is increasing of stress. Actually, when we have to sleep, if you go to rural areas, normally they'll sleep at 9:30. Everything will be, in every home there will be lights will be off after 9:30 max. But now, when will off our light in our bedroom? After 3, after 4. That means when we have to sleep, we are not using that timings. So because of this, what happened? Our body will follow circadian rhythms. Automatically, what happens after certain time? We'll get sleep. We'll wake up without any alarm. Now we are not waking up even after 10 or 11 or sometimes. So because of stress. So there is increasing of stress levels in our body because of hormonal changes. And now even that is affecting this rural population. So now this article is saying that we have to utilize schools and we have to make our adolescents. Adolescents means nothing but teenage people 13 to 19. So we can use schools as a medium to bring our health outcomes, changes in our health. So that is the thing which mainly said. So what kind of things they said here is, yes, here they gave about this. First one here is, we have to stop having like consuming this sugary drinks and high fat sugar or salt foods or ultra processed foods. Okay, so normally nowadays, I said about this school where we are going to join our kids. They said that there will be half an hour time only for make them to eat with their own hands. They said in this way, వాళ్ళ చేతులతోటే వాళ్ళు తినేలాగా మేము నేర్పిస్తాం. It is for half an hour. Only we'll send children for 3 hours to that school. Half an hour will be this time only, eating time. And I asked them, will you provide that food? Because I have to come to institute by 8:30. Today it was very late. So I said that, I asked them, will you provide? No, you have to send that food. And no junk, only healthy food. I asked, what is that healthy food? Don't send them chocolates, biscuits. Apart from that, you can send anything. So that is the answer. Okay, so we have to focus on traditional foods. So the first one here is, we have to teach this adolescent students not to consume this high sugary foods or high fat, sugar, salt foods. Apart from that, we have to move towards traditional foods. That is the first thing they said here. And the next one here is, now if you're taking excess sugar in this age, obviously in future after 20s or 25s, there will be a more vulnerable to non-communicable disease like diabetes mellitus, hypertension can cause at a very early age if you are consuming more sugary diets now. So that is the thing that we have to make them learn. And we have to discourage sugary beverages. Okay, and second one here is, we have to inculcate physical activity. Earlier schools used to have 1 hour for only PET class. Yes, but now everyone is focusing on computers, writing, cultural activities, but no physical activity. As of my knowledge, I don't know whether now schools are providing that or not. So physical activity is must. And even after once come back from the school, children used to play outside like skipping, running, whatever it may be. Kotu kommachat adedi mem. I don't know whether you played that game or not. But now everyone is coming and stuck into mobile phones, TV, laptops, their own electronic gadgets. Because of this, there is no proper physical exercise. Apart from that, they will order their parents to bring that chips. I want Coke in between, burger, pizza. Yes, because of this, what is happening? They're going to what happens? Obesity will happen. That's it. Nothing more than that. So here this article is saying that we need to have a structured physical activity and sports as a core educational component. So you can use this point whenever you're writing about how we can improve health in the children. First one is it should not be a sport. It should be as part of educational component. No, there should be compulsorily inclusion of this PET class of 1 hour in their everyday school timings itself. Okay, and next one here is, yeah, that's it. Only they said 2 points only in this. Okay, in that way we can address this problem of non-communicable disease in children and adolescents. That's it, nothing more than that. Only 2 points I said. We have to reduce this less sugary diet, sugary drinks, and next one is we have to include this physical exercise as part of their curriculum. That's it. In that way we can fix our problem, and this entire strategy is called as let's fix our food. Let's fix our food initiative. So you can use this also in your essays or in your answer. If you want to improve the healthcare outcomes in our country, we have to focus on let's fix our food. Or we have Eat Right movement also came up by Government of India. You can use this kind of initiatives so that it will add value to your answers. Let's fix your food, Eat Right movement. Okay, that's it guys. And one more thing. Government has to increase taxes on unhealthy beverages like on cokes, on this cool drinks. Government has to impose more and more tax. If government is imposing tax, the cost will be obviously increased. If cost is increased, rather than buying this Sprite, they will make lemon juice in the home. So we have to give some alternatives. We have to make them to learn alternatives to this outside food. That's it guys, nothing more than this. Okay, now see these questions. In disaster prone areas, AI catching primarily helps by option A, increasing internet bandwidth, option B, providing access to critical information despite network failures, option C, encrypting all internet traffic automatically, replacing satellite communication. B, now it is easy. In examination hall, it will be tough because of examination stress, anxiety. You have to be that much sharp in your final exam also. Okay. And see this next one. AI enabled rural internet audit portal aims to. First one, digitalize the complete internal audit lifestyle. To enable real-time monitoring of audit progress, automate audit report generation, improve transparency and accountability. For sure, improved transparency and accountability will be there. That is a core part of your governance. After once polity is done, your sir will be explaining all those things. What is transparency, what is accountability, and how government is improving that. That is part of your governance and also in ethics. So 4 will be there for sure. So in this you have to select, no? Yes? In that way, try to select your options wisely guys. Okay, see now you have to see only third statement. See this third one, automate audit report generation. Yes, we are using AI, artificial intelligence for automation. Option D, 1, 2 and 3. So in that way, try to select your options wisely. If you're not selecting that way, for sure you'll go wrong. And prelims is like a mind game, not the knowledge game. Knowledge game is your mains, not prelims. Okay, that's all guys. By this I'm concluding. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this class, please do the like button and please do share this class to your friends. And if you have not yet been subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe guys. And one more thing here is we are providing GS Prelims Cum Mains Foundation course on both online and offline. And if you want to join that course, you can contact us for the more details guys on this number 8074765513. And I wish you all the best. Thank you so much.